D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? So I saw this article on comicbookmovie.com and I wanted to discuss it because it's a little ridiculous. And I think Marvel Studios and Disney, for that matter, just think we're all big dum-dums over here in the real world. And I don't understand the thought process of thinking because I mean, it's clear they put this out here to try to get us all to think one thing, and it's like, no, I don't think so. Sure, Jan, whatever. So I want to talk about this Johnathan Majors Kang situation going on, but we'll get into the article and everything. But before we do, I just want to say that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here onto YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm, and small channels like mine, we just keep getting shoved to the back of the line. So please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. Also, please do this with any other small YouTuber. They would really appreciate it, and I appreciate it. And it costs you nothing to hit that like button, subscribe, and you know, all that good stuff. So, but yeah, and it helps with the algorithm, so we can try to make it in this world. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's get to this article. So it says Marvel Studios didn't always plan on Kang being focus of Multiverse Saga, Johnathan Majors' future unclear. That's a lie. Do you remember when they were on the red carpet of Quantumania and everybody's all like, Johnathan Majors? It was like, everything was Johnathan Majors. And then, you know, he had those allegations against him and everybody's all like, they're just like, Johnathan Majors? Who's that? And everything. So you're like, get out of here with that nonsense. Okay. So let's read this. So it says, and I just want to say, I don't know, I'm kind of on Johnathan Majors' side at this point in time when it comes to his whole allegations, because nothing has been proven, and until he gets his day in court, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna Johnny Depp this thing where at the beginning of that whole thing, I believed Amber Heard because Johnny Depp didn't say anything, and then once all the real stuff started to come out, you're all like, oh, I was duped. So I'm not taking side. Oh, I'm saying Johnathan Majors, I'm more on his side than anything. Okay, so it says, according to an insider, Marvel Studios didn't always plan on making Kang the Conqueror the Multiverse Saga's big bad. That's such a load of bull. That is such a load of bull. Now they're just nervous right now, so they're trying to put little tidbits out like this, like, oh no, we didn't want him to be the big bad guy. We were just making him like a bad guy. And it's like, get out of here. Anyways, okay. But it was Johnathan Majors who changed things. However, his MCU future remains uncertain. I'll bet it does. So it says, in Loki season 1 finale, we were introduced to Johnathan Majors, who remains. It quickly became apparent that he was a Kang variant with Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, introducing us all too briefly to the Conqueror version of the villain, which was a bad decision to get rid of him, but we didn't see a bot. So he could still be alive, but we'll see. Also, Loki season 1 was trash, and I don't like Johnathan Majors Kang. I don't like Kang anyways. I've never liked that villain. When I read it in the comic books, it was very minimal. It's just, you know, he's not my favorite villain in the Marvel universe. So it was interesting to see why they would pick him as the big baddie for the Multiverse Saga. But I mean, it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, I'm like, whatever. It's obvious Kang is being lined up as the Multiverse Saga's big bad, though there are some questions about how that will work with Johnathan Majors' ongoing legal issues. A recast is possible, as is a return should the actor clear his name, but it appears Marvel Studios didn't always plan on using the villain as the focal point of his saga. I just want to say real quick, I don't think they should recast. You know, even if this whole thing went down, I mean, like, listen, as a normal person, I have to separate. I personally I'm really good at it. I know I'm tooting my own horn here. I'm really good at separating the art from the artist. I don't care what you do in your private life. There are plenty of actors and stuff that say stupid crap that I don't agree with. But I'm still going to go see a movie if it looks good. I don't care. I'm like, like, I'm trying to think of, like Mark Ruffalo says some of the dumbest crap sometime, and I'm all like, well, I'm going to go see a movie with the Hulk in it. Like, come on, stop it. Okay, moving on. Speaking on the Ringers, the Big Picture podcast author Joanne Robinson, MCU, The Reign of Marvel Studios, shared some of what she's heard about how plans changed in the wake of Avengers Endgame. I'm sure they did. They should have changed where they just started over, you know? I was told by someone who works for Marvel it was not the plan to make. So this is somebody who they heard from somebody who heard from somebody. So I'm all like, okay. That plan to make Kang the center of everything until they saw the dailies from Quantum Mania and after his performance in Loki. She okay, Marsha, or whatever it is. Okay, Jan. There we go. She explains, which was so strong. They wait, time out. They look from the dailies from Quantum Mania and from Loki, and we're all like, we need to make him the big baddie. Like, what? Like, am I the only one? What are we taking crazy pills now? Listen, Kang in Loki sucked. I'm like, he was just a crazy person. So like, and everything. And I'm all like, listen, I like Johnathan Majors as an actor. But it was just not good. And I'm sorry, you can see but Johnathan Majors in Quantum Mania was at sometimes his performance was laughable. I mean, like there were times where his performance, I was embarrassed for him. I'm like, some of the line reading, I'm all like, are you even trying here, my dude? So yeah, that's ridiculous. Okay, let's finish her quote, which was so strong. They were like, this is it. This is our way forward. We've lost our varsity hero team, but let's set up around this guy Kang and this performer that so many people are reacting to. They weren't reacting in a good way. I'm sorry. Quantumania sucked balls. And not in the way you want, you know what I'm saying? As well as penning this book, Robinson previously wrote for Variety Fair. Okay, she'd go on to make a case for why Marvel Studios might have made a mistake by putting all its eggs in one basket after creating an entire slate of projects around one actor and character. Yeah, but they've done that since the beginning. I'm sorry, this woman is totally stupid. They've done that since the beginning. They wrapped their stuff around Thanos, and granted, it wasn't like from the beginning Thanos. I get that, but they wrapped it around like making this Avengers thing, and then they wrapped it around Thanos as the big baddie for an end game. They even at one point were going to wrap it around, from what I've seen online /read, they were going to wrap it around Spider-Man. But if you remember, and I did a video of this a long time ago, where they were having problems with Sony around the character of Spider-Man, and they wanted more money and all that stuff, and Marvel's just like not playing ball. And from what I was hearing was they were going to make Spider-Man like their main part and bring in like his villains and all this stuff, and try to make him like a lot of stuff go around him. But obviously it didn't work out because they had that whole situation. They're like, no, we can't do this with Spider-Man. But of course they would center it around one big baddie. I mean, that's how it works, kind of thing. Yeah, they've been doing that since the beginning. So stop it. That wouldn't usually be too much of a problem, of course, but it's somewhat backfired in this instance due to Majors going from Hollywood's biggest up-and-coming star to one of its most controversial. Is he really controversial? I mean, like, this is the thing. If he did hit that woman, I mean, you know, that's bad. You can't be hitting people. I'm sorry. But at the same time, I'm not taking her side because I mean, I haven't seen it. I saw those text messages, and I know everybody wants to be like, they shouldn't have released those text messages, but I'm all like, listen, I'm sorry, but it's again back to Johnny Depp, that whole situation. I didn't take Johnny Depp's side at the beginning, and then it ended up being in his favor. So I'm stepping back and I'm saying, listen, I'm gonna watch Loki season 2. Yeah. Okay. On that note, Robinson says that has put them in the bind. We do not know what they are going to do. I've heard conflicting stories about they are going to replace him. They're not even considering replacing him. Stories about they're going to replace him. They're not even they're not even considering replacing him, which is good. Yeah, I don't think they should recast or replace or anything like that. I just say listen, here's the thing. If The Flash is awesome and everybody loves it, and Ezra Miller can get away with making a movie and everything, Johnathan Majors should get a pass. Like, come on. I'm sorry, because he wasn't letting babies suck on bullets and everything. And according to that woman, she said it was her fault. I mean, I read those text messages. She said it was her fault. We're guessing it will boil down to what happens when Majors gets, although I just want to say those text messages, they were pretty bad, but yeah, whatever. Okay. Anyways, what happens when Majors gets his day in court, though there have already been rumblings about Marvel Studios putting a plan in place to move on from his interpretation of Kang in Loki season 2. Perhaps it's there will meet whoever was originally going to be this saga's main antagonist, which I don't even know who it could be. I really don't, because I'm trying to think of other time multiverse people it could be, and I don't even know. Plus, I'll be honest with you, I don't even care. Marvel sucks. Phase 4 was a complete and utter abortion, and I don't have any faith in Phase 5 so far. I mean, don't get me wrong, Guardians of the Galaxy was good. I did a review on that. You guys can check it out. I did think that was good, but I'm sorry. Like, listen, first off, Kang was always going to be their bad guy. I don't know what this woman's talking about. I mean, Majors is, I think, a good actor, but at the same time, I just go, so like, I mean, he's not doing a good job as Kang, and it just hasn't been that good. So we'll see where it goes forward from here. But I thought this was interesting that they were all like, they never wanted to make him the big baddie, and I'm like, that's not. I don't believe you. I think you're lying. I don't think you're telling the truth. So whatever. That's really all I got for you guys. Kind of rambled on a little bit there, but yeah, and everything. But tell me, what did you guys think about this? Yeah, what do you guys think about this whole Johnathan Majors situation? Me personally, I just don't care. I'm in this boat where I'm just like over all of this, not this Hollywood nonsense of these actors. Like, go do your thing, fine. I'm gonna do my thing. I'm just out here trying to, pay bills and stuff and make fun YouTube videos, and you guys are like out hitting people, so it's like whatever. All right, tell me what you guys think. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it, and I will see you guys on my next video. You guys have a good day. Bye.